well. I'm just listening to the plane as it goes by and things. Blessings and power unto everyone. Blessings and power unto everyone. Making sure that I'm focused. Listen, this is the day that the Lord has made. Come on and rejoice and be glad in it, friend. I am so thankful and I am definitely grateful and everything. Look at that, one little braid love to come down and things when, I'm moving or not even moving. It just does what it does and things. But anyway, friends, I am, here. I'm excited to be here, of course, in this space. And I just want to share with my friends today most appreciation for your support and for your prayers. And this is the space to where about I'm sharing my journey in real estate as well, still talking about the power of prayer as well. I just want to talk to my friends about this, about your audience of clients, for the agents that seasons, for the agents that is new. Maybe it's relatable or you can understand what I'm saying. There's a certain audience, what I'm understanding when it comes to real estate, that you possibly may be attracting or is attracting. And the audience that is attracting to you, I realize that that's the audience that you got to get to know and to understand. And you have to really understand the needs. And when you understand the needs, then you know how to communicate, how to understand, the individuals. And I'm sharing this because I realize the individuals that I do attract, they're very diverse. And when I say diverse, they're diverse in areas to where about I have individuals that are single, looking for a home, that are women, okay? And they're doing it all by themselves. Then I have another audience of clients to where about they're seniors. And then they're trying to understand what they want to do, how they want to do it. Of course, they have their own set of criteria of what they're looking for and high expectations and things. And they also understand, what they want. So it's a different audience when you have a diverse audience in real estate. So for me, and investors as well, I left that out. When you have investors, they have their own money and they already have their own, you know, desire in what they're doing because they are already into the numbers and what they're working with and how they would move and what they would do. Self-determined for them. So portfolios. What are portfolios? When individuals have their portfolios when they're trying to either, you know, get rid of some of the things that is inherited. Okay? So a diverse audience for me. So I'm choosing to learn and to grow because real estate move extremely fast. So for me, having a diverse audience and diving deep into it, that means my mindset has to be always learning in those different areas, okay? And being extremely confident at what I'm doing. And the confidence does not come because of knowing everything. The confidence comes because I'm showing up, willing to listen, and willing to take off one set of, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from a individual that is first-time home buyer, and then you get off the phone talking to an individual that is an investor, and then you get off the phone talking to an individual that is dealing with their portfolio. All of these things, okay, that I'm learning how to navigate all in one. And how I'm maintaining it is simply, I definitely use a activity book. That's what I would like to call it. The whereby I jot down informations. You know, I may put a question mark on certain things because this allowed me to know the individuals, the date and time when I spoke with them, the things that I need to do. Because if I try to remember everything in my head, the appointments and things, you know, it will not be good for me. There's no way that I can do it in real estate like that, especially when your business is growing, it's picking up and things. Good morning to everyone coming into the chat. I definitely appreciate you. So to say this much, and then being a lead generator, there's a lot of things that has to be balanced in my business. So your audience in real estate makes a difference of how you move, not how someone else moves, because someone else may only have an audience for a certain, you know, clients. And that's because that's their business. They can do that. Everybody don't have to have a vast variety of different things in what they do. They can simply choose one lane, okay, and work it. But since I came into real estate, good morning to everyone, beautiful friends, beautiful souls that came in. I didn't pick and choose to say who I will attract. When I stepped in it in full gauge and with authority this year, and that authority and power of praying and asking God, you know, hey, I'm open, I'm ready. This is how it happened. So for me, I have to make sure, and I'm just sharing now, don't have to do it the same exact way. Maybe someone can help me out as well. You know, what do you do? How do you navigate if you're an agent with a diverse audience of clients? So I'm here in the space of YouTube just sharing this because, you know, as I know, or as I'm talking to you at this time, none of my YouTube followers, okay, for me, is my audience when it comes to my clients. I'm just being honest, okay? So therefore I can talk. This is a space I'm just talking because I'm sharing this journey right now. And if you become a client, of course, you know, you will get everything you need from me. So I'm sharing with my friends, you know, have nothing to basically lose because I'm not talking to one of my clients. And even if one of my clients was peeping into my YouTube space, they can be in agreement to say that she's absolutely correct. She does have to balance things. She do a good job in what she's doing. Because if they had no idea now, they're getting it, they're hearing it now. Because in real estate, it comes with dealing with individuals, money, and their time. And when you're dealing with individuals' money and time, being diverse in this part of real estate, then you have to be serious with yourself. And when I say serious with yourself, knowing that every day that you're waking up, since you're choosing to do this, that your headspace, not only have you given yourself time to equip yourself, to do your meditations, affirmations, just to have you some time alone before you engage with anyone before that phone rings. So when you have gotten yourself satisfied in that area, then you can move along. Then it comes, you know, possibly another coffee or tea or however, and you got your pen and you got whatever, you know, your laptop, however you take your notes down and things. For me, when I write things down and then put it in possibly on a laptop, but definitely writing for me is a strong remembrance. So my audience that God is allowing me to be so what you call dedicated to, I am grateful. I'm grateful that God has given me an opportunity at this moment, at this time, and this present to serve the individuals. I don't care if, you know, they have a small budget, medium-sized budget, or a large budget. That's just, for me, it's called real estate. Because if you're not willing to eat from the small budget, how do you get the big budgets? Because if you're in real estate, what I'm realizing that if you don't know or will not accept certain clients, then how do you build your audience? How do you show up? Because out of those certain clients, it comes with referrals. It comes with individuals using you more than one time, so it becomes helpful. I'm talking about this because sometimes individuals don't understand the worth and the value and the power of just engaging with the audience. It's not about you waste your time. It's not about you give your value to the individuals, okay, that do not value you. You would navigate and you will become wise with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that God have poured into you. You will understand the individuals, okay, that want to do business and will do business. You will understand those individuals that God have sent to you, okay, to help. You would know this because the more and more you are inclined and being around individuals, those individuals that's been doing it when real estate have changed and is still doing it right now, they're still in it. They have not given up. When you're around those mindsets that is giving you the information and the insight, and then when you are professional inclined, and when you have worked on more than one job, you'll know. Certain things, for me, real estate cannot teach me the etiquettes of professionalism. That's something you have to already be walking in, like common sense, okay? Knowing how to communicate, knowing how to talk, knowing how to listen on those levels and things. And when I say communicate, communicating what the client is speaking and saying unto you, okay? Has nothing to do with, oh, you should pronounce this right. Real estate don't care about that. Real estate is concerned about, are you listening? And can now you communicate what the client wants as you're speaking to the clients? Can you communicate it back with your actions? Can you actually show the client what the client is asking for? A client asks you for a certain particular property. Do you understand that they're not asking for the property that you have in mind, but what they just communicated unto you, that type of communication? And when you have a diverse audience of clients, I realize you become more effective and more valuable. Because when you show up in places, your spirit is warm enough to know how to deal with the individuals, okay, that need your service and things. And you show up with confidence. You show up with knowing that, listen, I know that I am equipped to handle any client that is a good fit for me. As I explain to my friends, if a client is not a good fit in real estate, I love to refer them to someone else. And it doesn't mean the good fit is not someone that I don't want to deal with. If someone, my friends, and I know an individual right now, a couple individuals, they're in Georgia. I'm not licensed yet of doing real estate in Georgia. As I say yet. But if I know some friends that is working in Georgia, and if those leads come my way, guess what? They're going to get those leads. After they're pre-approved, though, they will get them. Why? Because I know what my audience want. And I know what type of client if I'm dealing with them. I'm not saying people I don't know. But if I get those leads, I have to push them out unto the individuals now that I know that have the value and have what you call the expertise in this business of real estate to be effective and to make the clients happy. So I mean knowing your audience, knowing other agents, okay, that can be helpful. Because if your pipeline, and the pipeline is dealing with the individuals that come through for you, if you know your audience of clients good enough, you get to understand the reason why they want to use you. They come to you because either for me, someone have referred them. That's what I'm experiencing right now. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful because in real estate, if you can get, for me, and if you constantly got your pipeline filled with individuals, don't have to be 20 and 30. I mean, you're going to need assistance and individuals helping and working with you. Possibly, maybe, if what's that, AI is not working for you. I'm just saying. You're going to need some assistance and TC and all of that. I need a TC right now, which I do have. Thank God. TC transaction coordinator to help, because a lead generator, you're constantly generating the potential leads. Not that you begging. It's a system that you have, how you generate leads organically. You know, what set you aside and how do you do it differently from someone else that constantly make individuals now want to utilize you. I'm going to express it again to my friends. I go into spaces and places that need me as an agent. Even if they already got, an agent, I'm not trying to, okay, make them or allow them to say come and now and become my client. That would be unfair to the other agent. I'm there for the individuals that do not have an agent. So I stand on business to let individuals know that if you already have an agent, you need to continue to stick with that particular agent, especially if that agent is doing good service until you. It's unfair to break away unless now you know, and this is how you begin to know how you need to concentrate on your business when, your clients is complaining or you're not returning the phone calls back. That's not cool. Always have an explanation. Okay? Even if you're too busy, allow them to know I will get back with you for whatever reason. You don't have to put everything in detail, but make sure that you're getting back with your clients. That's all they want to know. And that's all I'm doing. I connect with my clients. I keep it organic and real. One day, when was it this week? I don't know whether or not it was this week or last week. Maybe it was last week. Honey, I came home because sometimes my clients, they have different shifts. This is another thing. And their shift may not go from a 9 to 5 regular, job time of clocking in. Sometimes, their best time to talk is after those particular hours, but I know that when they're in space, so I'm available. And on that particular day, it was two of my current new clients, new home buyers. Honey, I was just as good, ooh, and juicy, ready. I think I had done already laid down, was ready and all of that. But when I heard the phone ring, I want to say, did I miss the call? I'm not for sure. But I had to realize these are my clients and these are the space and time. And they were literally calling because they had questions and getting the time prepared of going out, what date will be good, what is available for you. Not wasted time, but they had the time. I'm going to read your comment, friends. So, in saying that, I was able to make schedule, put them on schedule, and guess what? We were able to go and look at some, properties. But these are pre-approved clients, at that time. Was it? Because I'm very diverse with different clients. That's why I say I write things down. They were pre-approved. My requirement when I'm dealing with clients, You need to be pre-approved. And the reason why, it takes out the timing of the amount of what you're looking for or what you're approved for. When you know what you're approved for, then now I can go in and ask the other questions. What area are you looking to buy in? And making sure you have your pre-approval letter, whether or not you're getting it from my mortgage loan, officer, or whether or not you already got your letter in hand. One way or the other. One way or the other, I need that. Because then this allows me to know that I am a value agent to whereby we're not going to waste time going to 3 or 4 different locations, and then now you find out that there are some things you need to do on your credit. Having the systems in place work for me because I have a diverse of clients that are attracted to me. And how you make them feel comfortable instead of uncomfortable, you have to tell them the reason why I do these things is because it allows me to know how I need to work with you, because each client is different. Even if they don't want to understand it, you make yourself, okay, understand your principles, your uniqueness, and how you move. If you don't have those systems in place, you will realize that your time management will get misused. I'm heavy on time management. That is so important for me. So since I know I got a diverse audience of clients, I have to make time management work for me. My friend says many clients are tired of being played with by other people, and if you do so, they will no longer be your clients. Explain that a little bit more, friend, because I'm not understanding that. When you say people, people as in agents, people as in, mortgage lender and what? Because you either gonna get the truth or you either not gonna really like the truth. And the truth of the matter is, like I stated for me, I don't waste time with individuals who's not pre-approved, period. The loan officer that is excellent in what they do, who I utilize, they're not gonna sugarcoat what your interest rate is and what your credit score is. You can't change that when it pops up. So wasting time and your statement, I'm trying to understand what do you mean, because either you're working with someone that is skilled and that understand the process part, because it's a process and it's patient in real estate. So if individuals are not engaged and to understand, listen, you're not gonna move into this home the next day. Don't go like that unless you got your binders fee down and you got your closing costs. And if you got all these things ready to go, you still gonna have to have that timing in place for the title company to make sure that this title is clean, no liens, no none of that. But new construction is different. But you're still gonna have to take that time, even if it's a turnkey. Them days still got to roll around, whether or not it's 2 weeks to 30 days or less than 30 days. So the wasting of a timing, and me, I wanna be positive because and when I say we agents, we work for a living to make sure, at least for me, I can't not here talking for no agents. This is my space to worry about. I'm sharing my journey. But when you have those systems in places, for me, there's no wasted time. The wasted time come when the client is not producing what that mortgage lender need. I won't accept the credit score. I won't do the work. So if the client is not willing to do the work of what the mortgage lender suggested, then you cannot move forward and say, I want to go look for a home. Calling me up, hey, I decided I want to buy a home. Great, fantastic. Do you have your pre-approval? These are things that you got in place. No, or maybe, still great. I'm here to help you. Do you have some time to where about if I connect you up with the mortgage lender that I have available, one that I work with, are you willing to communicate to them? Have your pen or paper so that you can jot down the things that you want to ask them. Make sure you pull everything from out of them that you need in order for this deal to go through. When you're working and when you're speaking like that, but you do it in your own different way to your clients, your audience of clients, it works for me. No one is being misled. I'm not painting a picture of what you can get and what you can't get. You're going to know the amount of what you're approved for. I also suggest to clients, let's not use all of the dollar amount. Be comfortable to where about you can pay for the mortgage. And if you do decide to use the dollar amount, then you know how much it will be of your monthly mortgage. And that's not even included with your taxes, because taxes can change up every year. These are conversations you have. So the waste of timing, for me, I don't allow it to get in my space. Because when you are good and effective at what you do, you make things happen. There is no question there to whether or not you're doing it right. You know what you are doing, and you are being affected by what you're doing. But if you just winging it out there, being an agent, and you don't have systems in place, and you don't know who you're utilizing as a mortgage lender, you're not asking the right questions, okay, to make sure that the client understand the reason why you're asking them and explaining it. Because some individuals don't even understand they need to be pre-approved. Some individuals don't understand the reason why you won't take them to a home. It's okay to let them see, you know, whatever they want to see in the beginning. And sometimes it's good to mix it up to show them this is what you can get in a different bracket and this is what you can get in another bracket. I do, those particular type are showing to individuals. But then when it narrow down and when they see, oh, but I'm only qualified for this, then you bring in real life to individuals. Pay off pay off whatever the mortgage lender is telling you to pay off. The individual says, good question, what can a client or a person do to raise a credit score quickly? Paying off the things when it comes to home buying. This is strictly what I'm talking about. Anything else, like when you go in a car dealership, they have different ways of how you're going to get in that car. But this is coming to, buying a home. Doing what that mortgage lender is telling you to do. Because they got a whole nother system of what is going to get you into that home. They're not a car dealership. Car dealerships, they're going to run your credit so many different times with different lenders and different individuals, okay? Possibly all in a day. These are just my thoughts, okay? But when you're dealing with a mortgage lender, that mortgage lender, they're going to look over the information, what pertains to you. And if it's going to affect the possibility of the particular loan that you want, they will tell you what you need to do about whatever that may appear. And then they're looking at their own system, what they work for, because I'm in my lane as an agent, as I tell people. I'm not a mortgage lender, nor a person that does credit. I'm the person that turn the key or take you out to show you that home. So I have those individuals in places that specialize in credit, but I do know what I'm learning from my clients. They were told, hey, you need to pay this off or get it down. They did exactly what that loan officer told them, and their credit score went up. So it all depends on the individual, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. And are you willing now to work on the credit? Sometimes it may be a process for individuals based on what individuals have went through in life and what now can fit their budget and their schedule. Everybody is not walking around loaded with money. That's why I say having a diverse audience of clients is different. When you're dealing with people that got big pockets, there's no way that I'm going to make a person that is a first-time home buyer, but a person that they're in a position to pay things off on their credit. I can't compare them to this person that is an investor with the money. They're not even on that, how can I say, that particular conversation of communicating about credit, because to them, it can make them feel uncomfortable because they like, I'm doing business. I'm already, approved. I already got my hard-earned money. So I can't even talk to them on this level because they are already in the position doing what they need to do. Because guess what? They started from the basics of knowing that they wanted to be in real estate, to flip, to invest. But then they took the opportunity to get their credit together based on what they needed to do for the loan or raising up their own hard-earned money. So just putting it out there, first of all, I'm nobody credit specialist. I'm a realtor, an amazing one. One that'll make sure I get to show you what you need, but then I'm also a realtor that have the connection that will connect you up to the loan officer to ask all those different questions. Hey, what it takes for me to raise a credit score quickly? You know what time it is. You need to talk to that individual who got the tools to help you. I don't have those tools to say do this, this, and that. Then now I'm navigating and working in a person that does credit, a loan officer. I don't choose to do that. And the individuals that I work with, they'll tell you, when I talk to them, they'll say, I know, you stay in your lane. Absolutely. I'm bringing you the clients. So I expect for you to make sure that the clients have the best experience. Clients don't need to be asking me about their loan unless they're a problem, and then I'm picking up the phone calling you. Hey, did you explain it to them? Because now they're asking me something that I'm a real estate agent. Okay? I'm turning the door to let them in. I'm not talking to them about numbers, nor than what they can afford, and is they pre-approved for it. Time management is very important in real estate. When you know your value and worth, individuals that don't understand the market and what you do, you have an opportunity to not only to impress them what you know, but to make things happen. It's not about showing out. To impress is like knowing your job, and to allow them to be connected up with the individuals that you utilize and have gotten the job done. When I realize clients don't want to go and talk to the individuals that can help them on their credit, and they want to hammer me about credit questions, these are just my thoughts now. And about how much that they can be approved of, what make you think that I can do that when I'm not even specializing in that area? I specialize in making sure that we're going to the table and you're going to get these keys because you're going to follow these particular steps that is necessary. And hopefully that this conversation makes sense to anyone when you think that the agent should know everything about credit, everything about mortgages. No. That's why you got the title company there. Don't think that your agent gonna know whether or not is this title without liens or anything. No, that's not that agent's job to know that. But it can become helpful if that agent have those individuals in places to be helpful. I had a particular individual. They needed really help at that time. Not last week. We, per se, didn't do the deal on that one. But the phone call came early that morning. I was trying to get dressed because I had an appointment to go to. And but by me knowing, like I say, the potentials, and they are a client, called up because there was something going on with a municipal lien. That means when the fire department or the city done put a lien on whatever property that you're trying to get. Well, if the title company does not disclose that, okay, verbally, but it's in the fine print writing, and it's so fine to whereby you got to read it in the disclosure. And then this particular, okay, client that we have, but not on this deal, they called because they realized, hey, I realized that your expertise is dealing with codes, NFPA 101, all of that. Got nothing to do with what I got from real estate, but because I'm a retired inspector, life safety code that deals with these things in the commercial or in the areas that can help individuals such as investors. So I had to take a moment. I said, I will give you a call back because I couldn't break the stride of what I had to do. And I did. I said, about after a certain time, I'll be getting back with you. What I did, I took now the information, what he gave me, and I put it in the hands of the title company that was in-house, okay, of the brokerage where I'm located at. Simply walked right over to it, told my team leader, hey, I got a question. I got something that I need to understand because this is not my expertise. Oh, great. Let's walk over. And the minute I walk over, that person was doing something. They're trying to close deals, title company. They took their time, waited, and had the individual made a phone call, and they got what they needed. When you become that agent to where about you're true to yourself, and you help individuals out based on those systems that you got in place that can get the answer, everybody become happy. That individual not only got what they needed, and I told them, hey, you can utilize them. So I'm bringing business now to the title company to where about this person never used the title company that I am in reach of because they was in another title company that they got disappointed of. But the thing is that because they found value and understood the worth, what I do and the extension to give an individual, they know that this individual, such as myself, they're no nonsense when it comes to business, period. They're going to do what they say, or they're going to get you in contact with the individual you need. Being that type of agent puts you first in the game. It let individuals know that, listen, I know the individuals that can be helpful to you instead of you trying to know everything. You only know everything about just what you're doing in front of you. Okay? Because each client is different. That don't mean that you got to know, the exact answer for what the person needs. Be okay without knowing that exact answer and get that help. It is helping me, and it has been a blessing to me as well in this real estate journey to get what you call those clients that is becoming an audience for me to utilize me. I was in a place yesterday, and I realized, and this was not but the Holy Spirit telling me, saying, listen, they're conversing, they're communicating, because in the place I was in, I'm helping an individual, okay, that have became our client, that is an investor. And of course, people looking around, that's that lady, for real. Hearing whisper, yeah. because now he's turning his friends, on. That's why I use. It's a blessing when you thought that your worth and the information and the connection with other individuals that you have included and the sphere of influence that can help those individuals, it becomes a blessing. It becomes now your work tactic to say, I need these individuals that I can reach out and touch. These individuals that'll pick up the phone, or these individuals that will say, hey, I got a moment. Because that's the business of real estate. Having individuals included in your business to make your business flow. So my attraction and my audience when it comes to client is very diverse. And when I say diverse to the point that I have to understand it and be aware of it. Some individuals only do luxury only. Guess what? Who's to say that they wasn't doing those small, loans before they got into luxury? And when they tapped into it, they realized, oh, I love it. This is my identity. They love it. So guess what? They are luxury, what you call agents, because they built their clients up like that. And maybe that's something they put out in the universe and they prayed to God, the universe, which is God, the Father, the Creator who made all things, and say, listen, this is what I want to attract. Versus me, I'm diverse. So being diverse, meaning that I'm dealing and touching all type of souls and spirits. And I'm okay with it. But in order to do that, to be diverse, I have to have system and places and allow individuals to respect now the foundation that is being built for me by me using wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to say that, listen, pre-approve is very important. Because once you're pre-approved, then you are what you call now, okay, dealing with the facts, your credit, your score, and the pre-approval that gets you moving to the table to borrow the money what you need and to close. These are just basic, simple things that I use in lead generating. I cannot be out here and lead generate. I'm generating these leads and then now I don't have systems in places. You got to have them in places in order to see the success of your business. Even if it slows down, you're that individual that they know she have individuals, okay, that she's connected up with that can be helpful to you as being a client. Hopefully that this helped, someone in this particular live and things to understand that all clients are different. Agents are uniquely different in what they do. They are, like I say, certain agents, they only, for example, certain agents, they just do commercials only. Period. That's their specialty. They're not trying to do anything else because they done put so much time and investment into that. They want to see some winning actions in that area. There's nothing wrong with that. You create yourself who you want to be as being that agent. But the main thing as being creative, if you are dealing with clients, and these are just my experience, you have to make sure that the credit, okay, you have someone that can be helpful to the clients if they need help in that area, and that loan officer, and that title company. Got to have those things in places moving forward. If you don't have those things in places, then that is the meat of your business besides getting a person, okay, in an agreement to go up on the contract. But those basic essentials, that's meat in your business. Because individuals, you will find out, you will be so exhausted and time wasted and all come to find out that a person is not even approved, not even credit ready. How do you undo this? You do it by saying, okay, I am putting systems and values in places that work for my business. That's all I'm saying. So the clients that you are attracting, you have to be studied, well studied, and definitely for me, I have to be well prayed up every day. because I don't know what questions that I may get asked or what that client may need. I'm a agent to where about I like to take that particular unknown factor or fear from out of a person and to say, you know, I got somebody that can help you. That's if I have someone that can help them when I realize that they're a good fit. Y'all hear them birds? So beautiful. They are beautiful. Listen, friends, thank everybody. Those were good questions too. It really was. Those are good questions. So yeah, work with the individual that specialize in helping raising the credit score to that particular answer. And don't be afraid to receive the information. Things always have a way of changing in life anyway, you know. They do. They can change, they can shift, you can renew, repair. So don't be afraid of that. And I say that to anyone. I'm in my latter years and I'm seeing friends now, either they're going through a change or going through a divorce. Probably done been married over 30 some years and now they realize, listen, kids grown, they making an exit point. So they're redoing some things in their life. But they're showing up because they realize they have done everything that they needed to do for their own situation, okay, to enjoy the rest of their life. And these are conversations that can be vulnerable to some individuals that don't want to express, that don't want to share with the whole world. But these things that happen in the course and the phases of my relationship with individuals besides YouTube. So these are real scenarios. And individuals choose to show up in life and to say, you know what, I'm going to pull myself all the way together. After crying, snotting, doing whatever I need to do now, I have to show up and make the best out of this situation and have things to start changing and turning around. Because one thing about life, things may happen, but you have the power to change things around. Change it for your good, not for what has happened. That very thing of what may have happened. And it may seem really, really just not so cool, not so great. Like, dog, I was in a space to where about, you know, I got affected by some things, okay? And now I need to show up for this part of my life. There are different individuals in life to share their story, either personally, either on YouTube, just to help individuals, to show that, listen, I'm not coming here to produce, things that's unreal. There are some people that really got it from the ground up by reestablishing their self. Hopefully, when I come here in the YouTube space, and I say hopefully, individuals get it that she's just not a woman that is talking about the power of prayer, but she have insight from life experience whereby she's sharing now. Now she's in a different area in her life that she choose to come and share about real estate and to help individuals along the way and to just share to say, listen, I keep prayer in my particular business, even in my real estate business, because I know I need it and I know that this is what helped me navigate smoothly, okay? Learning along the way. And with that being said, friends, I am going to say, and I don't know why I feel like today is Friday. Today is only Thursday. I want everyone to have a good day. Let's scroll back down. Have a great day. Thank you for the subscriber. I'm just going through. Good morning to everyone that says good morning. Yeah, I try to acknowledge all of my friends that come through, our individuals, because let's be honest. my platform have the individuals that come along and, that will be supportive. So it's not like that I got the millions of subscribers. So I love to go back and just to acknowledge and to welcome individuals in the space. So it's like it's not that hard for me to just say, okay, good morning, hello, kindness, and all of that, doing that. So that's why I like to stroll back or say, hey, I'll get to your question and things like that. Thank you, friends, for taking the time. Y'all know I like to come here and talk and get the long-windedness out of me. And then I just go and take care of business. That's another thing that have helped me too. My communication and conversating and being detailed to express to clients. I know it works for me because I show it with warmth and I give them the compassion in it. And I don't have to make it up. It's just genuinely. Yes. All right, friends. Have a great day. Blessings and power unto everyone. I really appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you just for showing up, okay? Thank you so much.